In today's video, I want to talk about gifting. This is an area that I think is vastly underutilized in financial planning, retirement plans, estate plans. Traditionally we think about gifting really kind of for the ultra high net worth, those who are trying to avoid estate taxes. And certainly it's a great strategy to do so. But I also think gifting can be a great strategy for those who are withdrawing less than they maybe could. They've got a bigger retirement portfolio and assets. And even though they may not be subject to estate taxes, they could still really get a lot of benefit and enjoyment out of gifting before their end of their lives. So we'll kind of look at both today. My name is Scott Caulfield. I'm a CPA and CFA charter holder and the founder of Sophos Wealth Management. First of all, gifting often is thought of for the ultra high net worth because the estate tax exemption is currently very, very high. So for 2025, the estate tax exemption is $13.99 million, almost $14 million for an individual. So for a married couple, you are close to $28 million in 2025. Obviously, not many estates are going to be subject to that. That being said, many states have much lower estate tax exemptions. I am here in Washington State. The exemption here is $2.193 million per individual. If a married couple does some smart financial planning, they can double that exemption, although many kind of forget to set up credit shelter trusts and things like that. But anyways, let's assume they do. It is not that uncommon to see estates here in Washington over $4.4 million. There is no lifetime gift cap. You can gift away as much as you want in your life here in Washington State and pay no taxes on it. So far more estates and individuals could benefit from gifting, at least here in Washington State. Now, for a federal level, for 2025, you can give up to $19,000 per individual. Now, that means a married couple can give $38,000 to an individual. So just imagine a married couple with 3 kids. They could give $38,000 per kid. That's over $100,000 per year of giving. That's going to really help eat away if they are worried about potential future estate taxes. But far more impactful would be, if an estate is say 5 to 10 million, then yes, they could chip away much more quickly at that estate value and give that away without worrying about any estate tax implication. Even in those scenarios, I think it is a good idea often to keep it under the federal gift tax exemption amount, that $19,000 for 2025. Reason being, because we just don't know what the future estate tax exemption amount is going to be. So even though I said for 2025, it's going to be a very high amount, that is set to sunset thanks to the Tax Cut and Jobs Act sunsetting at the end of 2025, and it's going to get cut nearly in half. So, and we don't know. 5 years, 10 years down the road, the political climate could be a lot different, and estate taxes could kick in at a much lower amount. The second example, though, is where I really feel like this is underutilized. You have a lot of people, I've got clients who their withdrawal rate of their assets is much lower than it could be. You talk about some of those safe withdrawal rates, 4 or 5%. It's not uncommon for me to see people withdrawing 0, or they'll take their RMD and they'll say, I don't even need this. I'm going to put it back. And a lot of those same people often aren't even really thinking about gifting during their lifetimes. They've got estates, they've got wills, they're going to pass on all their assets to oftentimes their children, some charities, things like that. But it's not uncommon to think, these people could gain a lot more enjoyment or benefit out of kind of their estates if they gave some away during their lifetime. Now, this can be obviously a tricky thing. When you're giving money away to your children, are they in a good spot with it? You obviously don't want to give money to them to promote them sort of living beyond their means or making irresponsible financial decisions. But if they're in a good spot, giving it to them when they're in their 30s or 40s and they've got young children may give them a lot more benefit of that money and might bring you a lot more enjoyment. Maybe it means little Johnny or Susie grandchild gets to go to a better school or gets to do some extra travel sports activities. Or maybe the whole family takes a cool vacation together. Things that can really kind of, the goal here is to maximize your enjoyment of your financial resources. Now, this strategy, it's going to make the most sense when you're actually in a comfortable spot, right? We don't want you gifting when you're already kind of living hand to mouth and stretching your assets to the limit. But if you do have a nice cushion, giving some away, I mean, funding your favorite charity and giving that rather than all at the end of your life, getting to see how those dollars go to work, maybe helping actually ensure that they're spent in the best way possible that benefits the most of the causes that are near and dear to your heart. I think these are, great ideas. And, oftentimes I think we focus, and as a real quantitative advisor, I'm guilty of this, we focus too much on the numbers, the X's and O's, without really thinking about, what's this all about? And the real goal, I think, for a lot of us is how do we kind of live our best lives, how do we get the most fulfillment and enjoyment out of the hard work we've done and all the money we've saved? So that's why I think a lot more people should really look at whether gifting should be a part of their plan and potentially doing that a lot earlier rather than just end of life. So hope this gives you some food for thought. And please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with anyone you think would benefit. Thanks a lot.